It's good to see that in the middle of 2022, Disney has decided to copy WB's efforts from 2012 to 2020 by rehiring or extending problematic people. So let's talk about the Disney CEO who hasn't won many favors in the eye of fans, getting a multi-year extension. From the moment that Bob Chapek was announced to be taking over operations at Disney from Bob Iger, we were here on the podcast, much like many other people, saying this is going to be a complete disaster. Because this dude was the complete opposite of Bob Iger. Bob Iger figured, hey, if we spend a lot of money, we can make a lot of money. So go out there, buy giant IPs, and let the people do what they want with them, and we are going to be very profitable. And it's really no surprise that Marvel is the most profitable it's ever been during the last 10 years, ever since he said, hey, MCU, go, do what you want. And it's no surprise that Star Wars is more popular than ever before and more profitable than ever before because of the same approach, because they're letting tons of content get out there and striking new licensing deals that actually make sense and benefit everybody, from action figures to video games and so forth. Bob Chapek, he has the opposite approach. He says, I want to make profits, except I want to cut the development cost of everything. So scale everything back, but try to make more money. He is in essence doing what Activision or EA or Ubisoft do. He just wants the quick buck under his name. He doesn't care about the end result or the quality. Recently, he's made some comments which have upset people on all sides of every single argument, which I'm not going to go into here because that goes into politics and all that, which I don't really care to talk about. But his comments have not been taken lightly by anybody. So the recent update from Disney is that he just signed a brand new extension that will keep his job secure till 2025, meaning another 3 years of him calling the shots. Now, I don't inherently have a problem with some of the things he's done, but I would like to bring something up that really struck me as interesting and sticks out to me like a sore thumb. After he took over, the TV shows that were in post-production with Marvel Studios and Lucasfilm all suddenly dropped in quality. Less locations, the CG looks rather unfinished, the marketing for them has taken a step back, the amount of product that's associated with them is literally a fraction of what we got before. Now, I don't know this personally, but to me, it looks like he's probably the root cause of it. Go back and look at the early products that the MCU had to offer, for example, and what they look like. I'm talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, talking about Loki and WandaVision, and look at the special effects on those that were still under Bob Iger. And then look at what happened in the middle of all the shutdowns, him taking over and then a new direction. Moon Knight, most of those scenes looked very unfinished. There's just this lack of polish on them. Hawkeye, same thing. There was a lot missing. I mean, I don't know for sure, but to me it seems like that's probably some of his. Cut costs, try to make money. Again, I could point out the change in Star Wars as well. Why did Obi-Wan look so cheap in many regards? I don't get it. In my opinion, this is one of those decisions that had to be made, and it makes sense on why it was made. Because they can't just say, hey, he's been here for like a year and a half, 2 years, we're going to fire him and replace him. That would put the company in another bad position and a bad light, just like WB, who I compared them to earlier. But this kind of worries me. And I'm afraid that we're going to start to see another drop in quality coming up with multiple products. I mean, we still have multiple things that are going to happen, but who knows what the budgets are going to be like. And I understand why many people are saying, well, is this why we're kind of seeing diminishing returns and lower quality in many aspects? And I would say there's probably something to it. Again, by the end of the year, we're probably going to have a better understanding of this once one of the big trades like Variety or Deadline has a big breakdown of profits, yearly earnings, and things he signed off on. And I think that's going to be telling, but do not be surprised if this isn't received very well by pretty much anybody.